Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and we're back with another two-color variegated bracelet. This time it is pattern 108816 on friendshipbracelets.net, and Kumi, in case you're interested, is number 775, also on friendshipbracelets.net. And this time around, I tried something a little bit different. I used a lighter color to go with, well, a lighter solid color to go with the variegated darker one. And there comes a point in the bracelet a little bit later on where the lightest part of the variegated string, the color changing one, the lighter one gets awfully close to the solid light color. It's still some contrast, but maybe not as much. Although, like, when it first starts out, though, it looks so good. It's just that, like, towards the end, it gets a little blurry. But that's okay. It's a different look. It's kind of fun. It kind of makes the bracelet look aged right from out the gate. Like, it kind of, I think they call it sun bleaching. When, you know, like, string is laid out in the sun for too long, you'll see, like, flags, like all the colors sort of faded out. It kind of looks a little bit like that. So, and this is a great color for, like, if somebody's got like kind of a dark tan going on, this would be a great color to contrast that. So if you got that kind of beach vibe going where you're out in the sun or whatever, like, this bracelet would be definitely very cool for that. The pattern itself, I gotta say, it's really pretty darn easy. I don't think there was any, like, zigzag knots other than the times where I decided I wanted the variegated strings color to be in a certain spot. But if you were just doing two solids, it's just left and right knots. And I love those personally. I love the fact that an easier bracelet can have a lot of complexity to it, because I know there's a lot of beginners out there who want to have something that looks really cool. They want to give their friends something that they feel is, like, more meaningful than just a candy stripe or a chevron. And a pattern like this, it looks complicated. It looks, you know, really intense, and yet is still relatively simple to do. So I think that's really neat, and it's really a lot of fun. And that's, you don't have to use the variegated. This is a great pattern for just like two solid colors. As long as there's some contrast, it would turn out pretty nice. Yeah. What else can I tell you? It went pretty quick. This one actually, I kind of thought this was going to take a little bit longer because I didn't quite hit the halfway point in the first 30 minutes. But then at the very end, I ended up with a little bit of time left. I stopped the recording before the last 30 minutes was over, which I thought was pretty incredible. I hadn't anticipated it going this quickly. Part of it is like segment knotting, like hitting a whole side at a time. Some of it is the long straight rows. It's finding those in the pattern. If you watch, like, how I put this together, it was finding how to get a nice segment made up at a different points, because it's not super clear like some bracelets where you just know, I'm going to work the right side, then I'm going to work the left side, and how that all comes together. Like, there was some room for change in here, and yeah, I kind of like how I worked it out. Like this long row going down to the right, like, those for me tend to go really nice and quick. So having worked out the whole area on the right hand side first allowed that long row to actually happen. And I did, so these little V things on the sides, right, the two of them, I did actually change the direction of the string so that way there wasn't an abrupt change of the color. I kind of wanted those to just kind of stay together. Like during the things that look like a hashtag, you can't control the fact that, you know, you got strings coming in from different directions, so the darker one might hit a point it's a little bit lighter on the other side. But those little V's that come in, you can actually change the direction of the string and kind of make it stay a little bit more consistent. You know, it's subtle, but I think it made it look a little bit nicer. Personally, I just a thing I was trying to accomplish, trying to make it as pretty as I could. But again, like the bigger chevrons that are in it, you'll see that like one side, you know, might be completely all dark and the other side is sharing like dark and a medium. And when it comes to the middle, you have to choose that center knot. Is it going to stay being dark? Is it going to stay the mixed? And you had to make these choices like all the time. And I don't know. I mean, there isn't necessarily a right way to it. There's what you as the artist feels is the better way of doing it. Like on these hashtags, like you'll see, like I did the whole long row going to the right. Does it kind of match up with the little one that was coming to the left? No, not at all. But that's the thing with variegated floss. Like sometimes getting too big of a pattern like this, like where they're crossing over each other like that, it might not be the best look, but it's still interesting. It's gonna make people admire it and look at it differently. And there's kind of no getting around it. Like you can't really control where the color is going to change and stuff unless you were dyeing the string yourself and you somehow had a way of measuring it out or whatever. It would be really, really complicated. So you just kind of make the most of what you can. Oh, that's the second hashtag. Hang on, guys. I need to thank my YouTube members for making this possible. Thank you guys for your contributions to the channel, and not just monetary. I'm talking about helping me make decisions on what to do next, and you know, ideas for future projects and stuff. Honestly, it's super appreciated. I really do appreciate all of you guys so much. Yeah. Oh, if you want to become a member, it's real easy. It's the join button. It's down by the subscribe. It says join, and it's like $4 a month. So, or whatever it is in your currency, that can actually differ depending on where you are. I know a lot of people are competing and want you to join their club or their thing and stuff. But I mean, so do I. And if you're still here watching this video, you know, maybe it's a thought you could think about. You know, you don't have to do it right away. Just think about it. You know, at some point, maybe you see the wanting to give to the channel and help contribute a bit. That would be awesome. All right. So, yeah, there's the little V's coming in. You see how like the little V's are like, they're not much contrast. Like I would have honestly kind of wished that it had been a little bit darker. But that's okay. There's like, it's still pretty cool. And like I said, it kind of has that faded look. It looks like sun-bleached or something. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to like using it. I think I mentioned this before. I had gotten a whole bunch of these variegated strings in a bunch. It was like a sample pack, and I'm kind of looking forward to trying some more of these out and see what kind of differences we can get going on. I'm going to try some better contrasts, maybe using completely different colors, and yeah. The patterns that I picked out were not intended for variegated floss. So that's why there's ones like this where the hashtag, I would normally not say this is a great pattern for variegated floss. Even like just zigzags, you know, are potentially a better pattern. Go solid, variegated solid through a zigzag looks awesome. But it's a chance to actually show you guys and give you guys an idea of what it would look like. So that way I've done the work. All you got to do is sit and watch, see which ones you like and try them out. And then you actually have like the experience of like this and say, that's not for me. He did it, I don't have to, you know. That's kind of a bonus, right? That's trying to give you guys a little extra value when it comes to some of this. It's not just tying the knots, it's showing you like what you could do with it and how it might turn out differently. And yeah, saving you guys a bunch of time and headache. It is pretty though, it really is. So yeah, it doesn't go much further past the hashtag. Right, yeah, so then there's the hashtag, the diamond, then the chevron, and then it's the almost the little V's on the sides. So yeah, there's not much more to go. If you like the pattern though, if you know, or this video, please hit like, and it really helps the channel a lot. It doesn't cost you anything, gives me a little bit of feedback to let me know if I'm doing the right kind of stuff. And yeah, yep, see how that side's all done. Now I can carry a long row over to the left. Yeah, the big reveal's coming. It's almost there. Yeah, I even changed the directions. I don't know if you saw that. I even changed the directions on that part just to keep the colors set. It's, if nothing else, I'm consistent. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching, and as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.